The NCAA forced female swimmers to share a locker room with Thomas, a 6'4", 22-year-old male who was fully intact with male genitalia. Let me be clear, we were not forewarned. We were not asked for our consent, and we did not give our consent. I am one of the fastest 200 butterflyers of all time. But on March 17th of last year, my teammates and I and other female swimmers from universities around the country were forced to compete against a biological male named Lia Thomas. The next day, Thomas and I raced in the 200 freestyle, which ended up in a tie. We went the exact same time down to the 100th of a second. Having only one trophy, the NCAA told me that I would go home empty-handed and this trophy would go to Thomas. And when I questioned this, the NCAA told me that Thomas had to hold it for photo purposes. I was shocked. I felt betrayed and belittled, reduced to a photo op. But my feelings didn't matter. What mattered to the NCAA were the feelings of a biological male. Thomas was allowed to compete in the women's division after competing as a member of the University of Pennsylvania's men's swim team for 3 years. We watched on the side of the pool as Thomas won a national title in the 500-yard freestyle, beating out the most impressive and accomplished female athletes in the country, including Olympians and American record holders.
She's the swimmer who created shockwaves across the country, 23-year-old Lia Thomas.
Lia Thomas pulling away.
The UPenn swimmer making history in March as the first known transgender athlete to win a Division I national title. But her athletic achievements on the women's swim team igniting fierce debate over fairness in women's sports. The controversy, Thomas has largely remained quiet until now.
I knew there would be scrutiny against me if I competed as a woman. I was prepared for that, but I also don't need anybody's permission to be myself and to do the sport that I love.
Thomas began HRT, hormone replacement therapy, in May of her sophomore year, 2019.
The mental and emotional changes actually happened very quickly. I was feeling a lot better mentally. I was less depressed, and then I lost muscle mass, and I became a lot weaker and a lot slower in the water.
This event overall, when we talked earlier on about, it seems like almost a two-tier event. You know, you're chasing down somebody like Caster Semenya, who's light years ahead, it seems.
Yeah, I mean, I've tried to avoid the issue all year, and you can see like how emotional it was, like between me and Melissa and Joanna at the end, and we know how each other feel, but it's out with our control and very much reliant on the people at the top sorting it out. And I think the public can see as well how difficult it is with the change of rule, but all we can do is give it our best.
When you're the best in the world, people get obsessed, with what you do. And then comes a genetic. Okay, we all different anyway, in kind of a way, in life. We're different, How I perform, it draws attention, from people, and then obviously such people like those you mentioned, which I cannot mention. They think probably I have an advantage anyhow. There's no such thing in life. If you want to get rid of a human being, you go tell them straight, I want to get rid of you, instead of going around collecting data on how, their body or their physique.
Year-old Laurel Hubbard, who transitioned from male to female in 2012, is considered a serious medal contender after being selected to represent her home country, New Zealand, at the Tokyo Games.
I am who I am. I'm not here to change the world. I just want to, be me and just, do what I do.